Start.
Alright, good afternoon students and parents. Okay, I'm here to quickly go through some of the Q&A and also to explain about the maths and competition details. As most of you are aware, we already got this new math. So I'm going to explain to you guys about what's on this math and about the programming as well. Alright, so first and foremost, alright, the first square that you see here, alright, this will be the size of the robot. Okay, your robot shouldn't exceed half of the black line. Alright, so if your robot is within the black line, you are in a safe zone. If your robot is halfway, that's a maximum 20 cm already. Okay, so your robot shouldn't exceed here. Alright, so this is your measurement tool that we have added there. And let me explain to you about the mat. In this big mat, we have two mats combined. That is to save the money and save the printing cost for everyone. Okay, so the challenge number one is going to be over here. Alright, mat number one. Alright, so mat number one is the one with the hill and the slope. This is where the robot is going to start, and it will follow the line and until it goes up the ramp. Okay, it goes up the ramp, and the robot will then go down the ramp and come to the dotted challenge number 2, and then it will continue, and it will continue, and then I didn't add the line, but it will actually continue over here to the next junction, and it will come, and it will avoid the red color. Please ignore this part. This part is a combine of the two mats, so it will come here. The robot should go this way and stop at the junction, or this way and stop at the junction. So that is for the challenge. It's quite simple, very direct. The only challenge that you may face is the hill, the ramp, which is a challenge for a robot to go up. So let me talk about the ramp first. Alright. So I would propose when a robot goes up the ramp, it goes up slowly. Alright. It takes its time. Please do not go fast because we don't want any incidences of robot skipping backwards. And the dangerous part will be more later when it goes down. This is where the robot might just drop. Alright, so just be aware of these cases. Do not turn on the motor or speed up the motor when it's going down the hill. Try to make it as slow as possible, or even as slow as possible to go down the ramp over there. Alright, the second challenge is over here, where the robot is going to follow the line, and this is where you get programmed to do different stuff. Either you follow the line and you turn. Can you bring the camera closer? So if your robot is following the line, you can actually find its way through the dotted lines. Think of a theory. So depending on your creativity, you can use many ways. Number one, of course, just follow, turn a bit, follow, turn up a bit, the long way. Or if you can do a shortcut, if you have finished the slope and your robot has come down safely, the one thing you can do is actually just make a robot go straight. That's the fastest way to go through, but there's a bit of risk. The risk will be if your robot is tilted and it goes straight, it will just go out. So you want to do a shortcut, you have to make sure your robot is straight. Alright, that is for the next challenge. So that is done. The next challenge will be the continuation, where it comes to this junction, the first D junction, towards the end of the mat. Alright, how do we do this? So in the programming, I've provided two blocks of programming. One's a left skip turn, one's a right skip turn. Alright, what does it mean? Okay, left skip turn means the left sensor will sense a junction. Alright, that means if you go straight, left sensor sense a junction and it will stop. If the value is set to 0, that means it will not skip any junction. That's what it means. Alright, likewise, if you put it skip as 1, it will sense a junction and continue moving until it senses the next junction. That is a theory for the left skip turn. The right skip turn means the right sensor is going to sense the next junction. So this goes, the moment there's a line here, it will stop. Alright, so that is what it means. So in this challenge, you should make sure your robot is on the left skip turn, because when it's on the left skip turn, it will sense junction. Your robot knows where it is, no matter what time or how long it took in the previous challenge, it will stop here at the end of the day. And you program it to follow or to go forward and avoid the red color object. There's a static object here, you don't have to make one because you already know the object is going to be here and this is the correct size of the object. Okay, so you just have to make sure you can go here and follow a line until your left skip turn is on 0, it stops at the junction. When you do that, then you program the robot to go front and turn like a tank for it to follow into the end of junction. Either you follow the left skip turn or the right skip turn, that's up to you. Alright, so far that's for the first mat. Alright, so let's go on to the second mat, which is a bit more interesting than the first. Okay, so for the second mat, your robot's going to start behind this line as well. Alright, but one thing I can make a camera here. Well, okay, knowing that it's very important for the second mat is to know where's the next junction. Alright, which is going to be over there. So we're going to start off with using the left skip turn because we're going to make the right sensor follow a line. Well, there's a reason for it, is because let the right sensor follow the line. Right sensor follow. And until the next junction. What's important here is actually knowing where's the next junction of the line. So it will go straight until it senses this line, and you put the value to 0. Left skip turn 0. The left sensor, which is sensor number 2, will stop at this junction. Alright, so this is where you need to program your robot now to turn. But if you turn here, you notice the sensor is really far away from the line. Alright, but we don't want you to do that. We want to, when you're at a junction, always remember, move forward a little bit, then turn. Make sure your sensor, it is close to the line, but not touching the line. It shouldn't be like that. No, that's not the way. It should be somewhere here, because then the robot will follow the line. And what we do here, again, there's a sensor number 2, which is a left skip turn, is going to sense the junction. Alright, if left skip turn is set to 0, it will stop here. That means it will not skip any line, but if you set it to 1, let's say you set to 1, it will sense skip and stop here. Okay? But what happens here? It will go straight and it will go haywire because there's no junction over this side. So you all must remember that when you turn from this part, you go straight, you turn, make sure you are using the right skip turn, and you set the skip to 2. First skip, skip 1, skip 2, and it will automatically stop at the third junction over here. That is how easy it is. Alright, it's not hard at all. Okay? And next thing you want to do is you need to know where is the next junction. Is the next junction before the current junction or after the current junction? Alright, if you say it's after, you're right. This is junction. Okay, so look at it. This is a junction. The next junction is after the current junction, which means the robot needs to go forward, turn, and then you activate the left sensor is going to skip, so left skip turn. Alright, this is where you need to know now. Okay, now where's the next junction? So let's put this black colored thing here. The next junction, is it before the current junction or after the current junction? If it's before, you're going to reverse. Instead of going forward, you go forward, is wrong. You have to reverse, turn, and go forward. You'll go forward, follow line, until this guy senses the next junction. Now, so simple as that. It's very simple. Alright? But this is where you need to understand the junction. Look at the junction again. Where's the current junction? Is it after or before the line? If it's after, what do we do? Number one, we go forward. And then you need to make your robot turn enough for it to be straight with the line. Alright? We call it parallel to the line. When it's parallel, it will follow. It will follow until it senses the next junction. Alright? So, same thing over here. You need to think, is the next junction after the line or after this current junction or before the current junction? Of course it's before. So what we need to do, you reverse back, you turn. Alright? You use now the right skip turn. Right skip turn, it will go, right will send the sensor and it will stop. Same thing, we need to know next junction. This junction, is it before or after the current line? If you said after, you're right, that means it goes forward. Alright, after means front, turn. Turn the robot, make it parallel to the current line. Okay, don't not make your robot like that. Not parallel. Alright, it needs to be parallel and nice as possible. Alright, and then you make it follow the line. It will automatically follow, and now we're going to use left skip turn because just now was right because the junction is on the right. Now the junction is on the left of the line. So we use the left skip turn, sense a line, and it will automatically stop because the program is programmed to do so. And then you're going to make a sharp turn. The next junction is before the line. This junction is before the current junction, means we have to reverse. You have to reverse, do a tank turn, all the way that side, not, and we go straight, follow the line, sense the junction. Alright, what do we do next? Next we need to look at where is the next junction. Is it before the current junction or after the current junction? Which we know now is before, so we reverse and turn. And just zoom all the way straight. We're using left skip turn until it senses the next line. Alright, so left skip turn count is always 0. Okay, same thing, next junction is where? Is it before the current junction or after the current junction? If it's before, if this is before, we're going to reverse, turn. Alright, what do we do now? Where do we want to stop? We are not going to stop here. We are going to stop over here because we are taking a shortcut. So this is where your left skip turn has to skip this junction to stop here. That means you go straight, skip one, it will automatically skip this junction and it will stop here. What happens when it stops here? All you have to do is make your robot go straight. Okay, make your robot go straight and follow. Maybe you need to find out how many rotation it takes from here to here. Okay, it can go straight anywhere, it can go here, so it doesn't matter. As long as it starts following the line again. And you're going to put left skip turn again. How many times? What do we need to do? Our end of the mission is to park in the box. So we're going to skip this line. We're not going to stop here as well. So we have one skip. Here we have two skip. And we're going to make it stop at the third part, the third line. So we're going to put it as 2. Skip 2 lines. 1, 2, and you'll stop right inside the box. Once it's in the box, what do? You reverse a bit. That's all you need to do. Alright, so Coach Pei, did I miss anything out? Alright, so one thing you need to know very carefully. Okay, bring the camera here. the left skip turn block is basically the right sensor, sensor 1 follows the line, sensor 2 center junction. If you put it as the opposite, right skip turn means the left sensor is following the line, the right sensor is sending a junction. That's all you need to understand. It's very, very simple. Alright, it's simple logic. You can't go wrong if you just practice and practice and practice. Okay, so last but not least, sensor 1 is on the right side of the robot, sensor 2 is on the left side of the robot. The motor that's connected next to the sensor number 2 will be motor in port C. So just remember, the one on the left is motor C, sensor 2. The one on the left, on the right, is motor B, sensor number 1. Even like me, I'm a coach, I still do this for myself. I'll put numbers on my sensors so I myself can remember where the port's going to. I can even label my motors with port B or port C if I want to. You can just put a sticker anywhere you want to make yourself remember that where is the motors and where it's turning. Alright, so if there are any more questions, you can always ask us later in the group again. And thank you very much and be awesome.